Hello everybody, my name is Dee and welcome to Books and Quirks. Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I thought I would share with you 25 facts about me, bookish or otherwise. Around BookTube I've been seeing a lot of people do the 25 bookish facts about me, but I didn't know if I could think of 25 bookish facts. So I thought I'd mix it up a bit and put some random facts and some bookish facts. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope that you get to know a little bit more about me, and I'll just get started. So the first fact is a bookish fact, and it's one you may already know if you've watched my previous videos, and that is that my favorite book and my favorite series is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. It's an adult fantasy and paranormal romance, and it's just all kinds of wonderful, and I love it. The second fact is my astrological sign is Scorpio. So I was born on October 29th, so I am a Scorpio, and I think I am through and through. Number 3 is I am terrified of bugs. Like, I am legitimately terrified. If I even have like a bug that people normally like a ladybug, on me, like on my body, it lands on me or something, I freak out. I jump around and scream and cry like I'm 5 years old. No matter how old I get, I never change. And I mean, that's just one example, but any bug, even a pretty butterfly, I don't mind looking at them from afar. I can look at them and admire their beauty as long as they don't come near me. If I see a spider somewhere, I scream. I've killed spiders around here, but I throw a book. I know it's sacrilegious. I take care of my books, but I have some old books, and I use those to throw at the wall or wherever it is the bug is so that I can kill it and I don't have to go near it. Because even killing it with a shoe is too terrifying for me. Like, I would have to get too close to the bug, and I am so scared of bugs. It will never change. Number 4 is I love coffee and espresso. Like, I drink a quadruple shot in my Starbucks latte each week, and I make my own as well. I love Italian espresso, and I just can drink tons of it each day. And I know it's not good for you to drink that much, but I truly love it, and it's my one like horrible vice that I can't give up, and I love it. Number 5, I do have a full-time job, a 9-to-5 job that pays my bills, and I do enjoy it. I do work in the publishing industry, but not for any of the fiction publishers that we know. I work for a publishing company that actually publishes textbooks and things like that. So I work full-time. Okay, number 6, I am a total introvert. Like, I could be a hermit if I like didn't have to work, I would be a hermit. I don't really like to go out to where there's a lot of like crowds and big places. Even when I'm with my friends, if I'm in a large group of friends, I feel very intimidated and I get very quiet. And I've been like that since I was a child, so I'm very shy, and no matter how old I get, I think I've improved obviously with age. But I can force myself to be outgoing. I can force myself to be very social in a large group, but it takes a lot out of me. And then when I get home, I usually need to like lay down for a few minutes in total silence. So that's number 6. Number 7 is I live in the state of New Jersey, and I think I might have mentioned that in a previous video as well. I live in the northeast part of the state of New Jersey, and I actually live a 15-minute drive from Midtown Manhattan. So I live very close to the bridge, the George Washington Bridge. So I'm very much in and out of the city constantly. And I think I spoke about that before when I said that I was a big fan of Broadway. So number 8 is I love all animals. I may hate bugs, but animals, oh, I have a cat named Patchy. I've had dogs in the past throughout my whole life and cats prior to Patchy, and I love animals, and I'm not a fan of the zoo or any place that keeps them confined to an area that's not their natural habitat. I know I'm not one of those crazy people that goes and protests everywhere, but I do love animals, and I just think that they should all be in their natural habitat, and I just think they're so majestic and amazing, and I love watching animal shows, and from biologists and stuff like Jack Hanna. Jack Hanna is a good person to watch, and he has a show each week, and I like to record it and watch it because it's just I just love animals, and if anybody has an animal, if I go over their house and they have an animal, I will most likely ignore the people and just get on the floor and play with the animals. So that's me. Number 9 is another bookish fact, and that is I hate mass market paperbacks. I hate them. They're so poorly made. The spine always cracks, even if you're very gentle with it. And I try to get the trade paperback whenever I can, but sometimes, for urban fantasy and things that I get in the mood for, they don't sell them in trade paperback, and you have to buy the mass market paperback. And I hate that because they look so awful on my shelf afterwards. The spine is cracked, even though I'm very, very gentle with it. You can't not break the spine because they're just poorly made, and they're made to be cheap. And that's a shame because I hate them. I hate them. Okay, number 10 is I don't like lending out my books. I have lent out so many books in the past to people that return them looking horribly. They're all bent. The corners are all bent and curled in. The spine is cracked, and they look like they've been thrown across the room a few times. So I really hate lending out my books. I mean, sometimes I will just because I feel bad and I don't want to say no, but at the same time I cringe. Like, I'd rather buy the other person a book and give it to them to keep rather than lending out my own. It's sad, but it's true. The next fact, number 11, is I love Disney. I know I'm way too old for this, but I love Disney, and I love Disney World. I've been to Disney World several times. I love Epcot. I love the Magic Kingdom. I love Universal Studios, MGM, all of that stuff. I know Universal isn't part of Disney, but all of those parks in that area. And Disney in general. I love Disney. I love Disney movies. I will never grow out of my Disney movies, like Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast and The Little Mermaid and The Lion King and all of those movies from the 90s that I absolutely love. Okay, number 12 is I love really old music. I am the only person I know in my life that loves old music, and I'm talking like old. Like, I love the big band era from the 1930s and 40s. I love 50s music. I have Sirius XM, and I often listen to the 50s channel as well as the 60s channel, but I think the 50s is my favorite. And of course I listen to the 80s, 90s, and music of today as well sometimes, but more often than not I will be listening to either big band era music from the 30s and 40s or the 1950s music, because I love old music. I can't help it. I love old music. And I've always been like the outsider when it comes to this, like even in high school. Like, I knew all of the 50s music, but I didn't know as much about the music of today. So there's a fun fact. Number 13 is I love fandom merchandise. I get really hooked on certain series, like I've talked about, the Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices series and the Lunar Chronicles and all of those. And I love fandom jewelry. Like, I have several bracelets and several necklaces, also some jewelry that I've gotten in my owl crates and my uppercase boxes, and I love wearing them. I just love having part of the book or part of the fandom, on me as a ring or a bracelet or a necklace, all the time. And a lot of people don't know what they mean. I'm the only one, unless they look closely, unless they've read the books. They won't really know what the jewelry is about. But I love fandom merchandise. Shirts also. Love t-shirts. I am an only child. I never had any brothers or sisters, so I'm the only one, and I'm the only person in my family that is an only child. Like, all my cousins have a lot of brothers and sisters. I'm alone. Number 15, my favorite color is purple. I love anything in the purple pink kind of color range, but purple, I guess, is my ultimate favorite. Number 16, my full first name is actually not Dee, it's Deirdre. And it's an Irish name named after an Irish princess, I think. Because I am part Irish. I'm mostly Italian, but also part Irish. Another fun fact. And, but nobody could ever say my name. So starting at a very young age, I started to just say Dee, because it's easy for people to pronounce. It's easy for people to spell. And even at work, everyone calls me Dee. And even when they write emails, they put, D-E-E. So it's just easier for people. And whenever I've said my full name, people really mispronounce it. So I'd rather say Dee. It's easier. My middle name is actually Marie, so it's Deirdre Marie. I have no hand-eye coordination. I will drop anything you throw at me, even if you're really close, even if you're like only a few feet away and you toss me, I don't know, keys or a ball or a pen or anything. I will not catch it. It will drop right in front of me. Or sometimes I'll be really close and I'll miss it by like a few inches. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I can't be like a normal person and catch a set of keys when somebody tosses it to me. I cannot catch for my life, and I just have horrible hand-eye coordination. I can't. I am actually pretty short, in my opinion, I'm short. I guess I'm average to some, but I am 5'4". And for all of my friends and family that I've been around, for many years or my whole life, I am short. I'm a lot shorter than them. I only have a few older cousins that are like my height or shorter. Most people are a lot taller than me, so I always feel like when I'm in a crowd with a bunch of friends, I always feel like a midget. I know that for some people, they're shorter than me and they would love to be as tall as me, but in my group, I always felt a little bit short, so that's just me. Okay, my favorite season is the fall. I also like the spring, but I love the fall. It may be the fact that I was born in the fall, that I was born a couple of days before Halloween, and it's just kind of my thing my whole life, but I just love the fall. I love the seasons. I love the weather. Oh my God, the weather is so great after a hot summer, and the leaves are falling and they're turning different colors. They're really pretty, and Halloween and Thanksgiving are on the horizon, and I love the holidays. I love Halloween. It's like my favorite holiday of all time, and of course Thanksgiving and Christmas are a close second. Okay, my natural hair color is actually dark brown. When people first look at me from afar, it does look black because I have a lot of hair. It's very thick, and people always assume my hair is black because it does kind of look that way from afar. But if you look really close and put it against something black, It is just a very, very dark, dark brown. And it does lighten up a little bit in the summer, especially the top of my head. But yeah, that is my natural color, dark brown. It's not black, but most people think it is because when they first glance at a distance, they see black. Okay, number 22. I am unable to read in public. Like, it is a problem. I've tried to read on the train. I've tried to read on the bus when I used to work in the city. I've tried to read like during my lunch hour at work, and I've tried to read, I don't know, just outside, like even in the park. I cannot concentrate. I don't know what it is, but when I'm not like, I do most of my reading at night and usually before I go to bed, so most of my reading is actually done in bed for a couple of hours. I don't know what it is. When I'm in public or I'm outside or anything like that, I get distracted by everything around me and I cannot read. I will read 20 pages like in the park or something, and it will not have gone in. Like, I will not remember any of the 20 pages, so I'll just have to reread the same 20 pages. It's crazy. I don't know how people do it, but I can't. I've tried so many times. And number 23 is what I've already mentioned, that I do most of my reading at night, and I usually read a couple of hours each night before I go to sleep, and it's usually done in my bed, to be quite honest. Number 24 is I can play the acoustic guitar. I actually have been playing the guitar since I was about 13 years old, and yeah, I've never learned anything else. I've never learned the electric guitar or anything like that. But I can only play the acoustic. Number 25 is my favorite show on TV is The Big Bang Theory. Now, I do have a few favorite shows. You know, The Blind Spot, Once Upon a Time, Wayward Pines, Grimm, all of those shows. But the reason I say The Big Bang Theory is it's my go-to show when I need to pick me up, or I need to laugh, or I need to just feel happy. So The Big Bang Theory is always on repeat, so I always make sure I have a few recorded. And if I'm having a down day or something like that, or I'm not feeling that great, I can always count on that show to, you know, pick me back up, and it makes me laugh, and it makes me happy, and it just brings a all-around good feeling, and I love that. So those are 25 facts about me. I wrote down a couple of extra. I was thinking of doing like 35 or something, but I am a really boring person, and I have a really hard time thinking about a lot of facts about myself. I guess another fact would be that I'm a mutt. I'm mostly Italian. You know, my mother's side of the family is all Sicilian, and you know, a lot of them have the last name of they come from the Bellacchios and things like that. So I am Sicilian, but on my father's side, I'm, you know, he's a little bit Irish, a little bit Italian, a little bit English. So I am a mutt, and I always say like I'm mostly Italian, I guess, but, and I look very much like my mother's side of the family, very much so, but I'm a mutt. And another fun fact, I know I'm going over, but I've never been seriously injured. I did have surgery once, and it was just to get my tonsils out, but I've never had a broken bone or anything like that. And I am also an insomniac. I have a hard time falling asleep. I'm usually my favorite phrase in life is I'm tired, because I'm always tired. But anyway, I'll stop there. I know I went a little bit over the 25, but I just wanted you to get a little bit more of a sense of who I am and some fun things about me, along with some bookish fun things about me. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.